I I've been wondering if I wanted to cover this because I got seriously dragged a few weeks ago by Kalari and her posse, and I had already ascertained that she's lying about a bunch of stuff, including her volunteerism to the Democratic Party. That is not happening. Um, at best, she's probably working with a PAC that trolls people online, kind of like Correct the Record, that call themselves K Hive. Not helpful in elections whatsoever, not connected to the campaign, not connected to the Democratic Party. And as somebody who's been a political organizer since 2017, that's personally offensive to me. But anyway, let's go over some of the accusations. This has been put out by a smaller channel, but has gotten picked up by a lot of larger channels. As much as not only has it been discussed by some of the larger channels, but it has also hit a nerve with people like GORLworld. Which, dude, have you not been paying attention? I don't know what that is. I'm in so many groups on Facebook, you guys, I can't. Alright, so let's start with this one. So Olaf used some, I guess, an AI program to do like a Taylor Swift song using Kalari's speech during the sock video, which, by the way, is absolutely ridiculous and ableist. Most of us sit down to put our socks on. It's just fucking ridiculous to think that, everybody has balance, which even she doesn't, and that is proven in her video that she can't actually lift up her leg and put a sock on. She's doing it on the ground. She's like, oh, I can, reach down to my feet. Well, I can reach down to my feet too, but I'm not going to try balance moves to put my socks on. I'm going to sit on my bed, or I'm going to sit on my couch. Like, why would I do some sort of weird demonstrative move just to be like, I can outperform your weird sock video, Chantel? I can't. So, one of the channels last night, I think it was trying to remember how this is pronounced. Hakarti's daughter, I think, pointed out that there's some legal documents in New York about this particular inheritance. And it's a little confusing if she actually inherited that property, the 5-acre property, from her own relatives or from her husband's. Think like Shawshank Redemption, when they have, I think his name was Andy, right? The character's name was Andy. And he was working on, well, I don't know if I'm getting the things in order, but he was working on the roof or whatever. But he was a tax accountant, right? and started cooking the books for the warden, right? And one of the things he asked him, no, it wasn't him, it wasn't the warden, it was one of like the sergeants or something, had a situation where there was going to be a huge tax liability because he was going to get like $10,000 and blah, blah, blah. And so Andy asked him, do you trust your wife? And he was about to beat the crap out of him. And he's like, the only reason I'm asking is because you can make a one-time donation to your wife for $10,000 and it will be tax-free. Now, Hakate's daughter blocked out all the other inheritors' names. So, I don't know what's going on with that property, but it sounds like a lot of people own it. And I don't know if they're trying to buy the other inheritors out or if they're just taking advantage of this property at the other inheritors' expense. I have no idea. No clue. So fucking gross, Kalari. I mean, what are you doing? So apparently she's been doing GoFundMe since like 2012. And it's always, help me, I'm in this terrible situation and I need your money to help me out. Why can't you earn anything? Are you unemployable? What's going on with you? Oh my God.
Really nice and cool out here is the fact that I got some people who seemingly want my attention for some reason. They seem to think...
And you want ours, right? Dragging me across the internet, showing up to all the big channels, trying to, work their chats and make parasocial relationships with all of their subscribers, right? You want the attention of everyone around you. Projection much?
They're constantly trying to call me out and using their Trojan whale to talk mad shit about me and my life, my accomplishments, and everything that makes me happy. It somehow...
Yet you're the one who showed us this video. You didn't have to, but you did.
To make me become like her, maybe? And I think that's your goal. Because you know the heifer is on her last limbs. You know she's being defiant to her demise. And I know that a few of you have a history of going after people who are melanated on this app, who do the thing, build our communities. And you like to talk mad shit about us. You like to try to run us off, too. Because you think that you have a right to our success. You don't try to actually...
What does that even fucking mean, Kalari? A right to your success? Whatever. You're dragging people on the net and you're expecting that there will be no response? Okay.
Network with people. You use your chats like they are attack dogs. You go at people on severely personal levels.
Well, do you want to tell us who? Who's using their chats to attack you? Because, I mean, I don't have chats that are large enough to attack you, but you dragged me for weeks. Weeks.
Levels when it should just be a back and forth beef. None of you stand by what you say about anybody. But you seem to think that you're better than all of us. So as I walk the sheer scale of my property to show you what after 40.
So on the right side of the screen is a GoFundMe that she set up to raise $50,000 to buy out the other heirs. I don't know. I don't know what the purpose of this money is, because there's clearly no animals on the property. Not when she set up the GoFundMe, and not now.
Taking my time, actually saving, not squandering all the good that I put in with my partner, to where we got 5 fucking acres of literal land.
My partner. So this had to be a direct inheritance, because a partner can't transfer an inheritance like that. I don't think. I mean, I don't know New York law, but whatever.
That is ours, that we can call ours. I want you to remember this, Chantal. And as you make fun of my exercise, which at least I can do, as you mock the book that I published, and the second one's coming out, so thank you for the free promo. As you throw
the book that you published with several typos and grammatical errors, and you're supposedly so good at this, okay? And you self-published, and you had a GoFundMe for the book too, right?
The creators who I don't fuck with under the bus, because you could.
The creators she doesn't fuck with. Because there are some creators, myself included, who she does fuck with. Because Kalari is a professional internet troll who works with a K-Hive pack.
Never do what I do. Here we are at the line of my home. It's a lot of forested. Like I said, we bought the land because it's a lot to work with. And that is just the front of it. We have the hill that's starting that we were thinking about making a cottage with. It is going to be lovely.
Oh, great. When do we get the GoFundMe for your cottage? Is that the next thing that you're going to try and raise money for?
But getting back to my point about you, Chantal. You want to talk shit about me because I'm the anti-you. Yeah, I'm still a thick girl. I never said different. I never tried to fake that front. But what I do is I show people that you don't have to give up. I am 7 years older than you, girl. And yet, instead of thinking about your future and your dreams and any goals, you lay in a hotel room in Thailand talking mad shit about somebody who's willing to get out here. You don't think I got social anxiety? You don't think crowds still freak me out? You know what I did? I decided to live someplace where there's peace.
Yeah, you decided to become an utter recluse who waddles around your property, gets winded just walking your driveway, and lies to people online and harasses people. Nice work, Kalari.
Where there's quiet most of the time without the neighbor's dog going nuts. My thing is, this land that me and my husband have been fortunate enough to have access to through savings and everything else we did over the years is a blessing. It is something that you could have had if you wanted it. But you need quick dopamine hits. You need people in your life that enables your bad. Because you don't know what good is. You can say,
oh my God, Kalari, you were literally just as bad as her. And I have a feeling you're lying about your weight too. It seems like you're putting on weight. We don't know where your starting weight really was because you're not showing us pictures of you at 500 pounds. And, you appear to be getting larger. You aren't doing much. And you have just stated you're a recluse.
Whatever the hell you want about me. You can talk about my visible dental damage that I show. You can talk about the fit bungs, which you all watch and apparently think is content. Good. Thank you for the views. But what you can't ever say is that your life is better. Not by a long shot. You weren't even smart enough to do your visa runs properly. You weren't even smart enough to say, hey.
And you weren't even smart enough to not dox yourself in this video so that people could actually see that there's a match to that building in your GoFundMe. Are you for real? Come on.
This is my life. Let me make a content. You even recognize that people watch you sometimes just to laugh at you. And I'm sorry.
Well, I think you're getting a collection of those types of people too. I don't watch you anymore, but apparently you're coming up in the React Channel news. So maybe you want to clean up your act.
Sorry. I can't indulge in your self-imposed misery. Because as you can see, as we look at the land that's cleared out for where our dream house is going to go, the area where we're going to put a pool, this life out here is peace.
And how much are you going to try and raise on GoFundMe for that pool and the cottage? Kalari, you're e-begging, just like Denise. When is House of Hannibal going to cover you?
Peaceful. I don't have any reason to be jealous of you. My life is not a competition with yours. I don't care about you that deeply. I call out your content.
Sometimes you have to be a little petty, because I didn't think it was a flex, and I said I didn't think it was a flex. I was just bringing up the fact that some of us can do this. We can lean forward, we don't have to contort ourselves.
Girl, you had your legs spread apart, so you've got a gun too. Okay? You're not just like reaching straight down to your feet. You have to make space for your belly to get down there. So let's be real.
No balance issues, none of that stuff like sitting on the couch having to literally contort yourself. And like I said, I'm not acting like it's still 100% easy to do, but when I was 500 pounds, I couldn't do this.
And she put on her sock backwards. It's a hospital sock. So the grippy part is on the top of her foot, but okay.
So Chantal, what else you got, honey? Because you tend to be acting like nobody can understand weight loss struggle. Because it's yours. You act like nobody can do something because you can't do it. And we can put our socks on while standing up. You say we all eat like you, which we don't, because I've heard of normal sized portions. It's why I'm no longer 500 pounds. But bitch, if you wanna have a competition, just say so you'll lose. Cause I've already lost over 250 fucking pounds.
Yeah, and how much more have you gained on since that initial supposed alleged loss? How much have you put back on? Because you're not 250 right now.
So Chantal, what else you got, honey? Because you tend to be acting like nobody can understand weight loss struggle. Because it's yours. You act like nobody can do something because you can't do it. And we can put our socks on while standing up. Put our socks on while standing up.
Wow. Okay, so I'm going to copy the link from this one, and Ola put out another video yesterday. So this one was only 9 minutes. Wow. Dude. Why are you causing chaos in the React community, Kalari? Oh my god. You better not fucking put out any GoFundMes, because you're ruined.
Sometimes you have to be a little petty. Because I didn't think it was a flex. And I said I didn't think it was a flex. I was just bringing up the fact that some of us can do this.
I don't want to call it spamming. I'm just saying that I don't always use my social network to say some of the off-the-wall things that come off my head. That's what I have my podcast for.
Oh my god. It's no wonder that you're constantly doing this shit. Because you're always angry in every one of your videos. Like, how do you see that as a successful sales strategy, Kalari?
Now, I'm not really comfortable doing videos. Podcasting's easy. Nobody normally sees me doing this. So it's taken a lot for me to come out of my shell, not use a gaming avatar, and come to you as a real person and explain why I'm doing this for 5 links. And basically, I was tired of scraping by. Right now, I do freelance work, which is great. I love writing. I love...
Wow, you seem to be scraping bottom quite a bit all the time. You need lots of GoFundMes. Who does that bullshit? Oh my god.
Gaming, I love writing about gaming, and I love working for a game producer, but it's not making me the kind of income that I need. I'm a single mom. Most of you who know me know this. I love my baby boy James. He is my world. But I can't provide him with the kind of stuff that he needs because I'm constantly paying on bills. And I realized when I joined 5 links that I was throwing money away on these bills. Bills on things like my cell phone. Bills on things like my home phone. Bills on things like internet. ID protection. Stuff that I was giving...
Not mortgage? My cell phone? My home phone? Who the hell still had a landline in 2012? For real? So you're talking about like the smaller bills we have to pay. I don't even think she mentions things like electricity or cable or the water bill. Who's paying your bills, girl?
Companies triple what I'm doing now with 5 links. Now, for some of you hearing this, seeing me face to face, you're still not going to want to become a part of 5 links, and that's fine. It's not for everybody. I just personally believe that if I'm going to toil and have my blood, sweat, and tears going on, it's going to be for my benefit. And that's what 5 links is allowing me to do. It's allowing me to get out there, market my services, which are not cheesy knickknacks or soaps and stuff that you can't use. It's...
Oh my god, you totally look like somebody I would absolutely want to work with. Oh my god, Kalari. You're yelling at your audience to join them in a MLM. Oh my god.
Stuff you're using anyway. Your cell phone, your internet provider, your energy bill. This is stuff that I'm asking you to trust me, a person you've trusted to heal you in games, a person you know is your friend or family member, to look over your bills and see where I can save you some money. This is a serious business for me because it earns me residual income, something I can leave to my son.
Oh, okay. So I need to look to my friends and family to make sure you're not scamming me. Is that what you're saying? Okay, Kalari.
And eventually, if I keep this business growing, something that he can leave to his kids. This is all I want is a chance and opportunity. Right now, I am an IMR. I'm just getting my feet wet. I am trying to make my company grow. So if I give you a message on Facebook, if I'm hitting you up on your cell phone, if I'm texting you about this opportunity, it is not to spam you guys. It is to tell you that I am serious about this. I've taken a small amount of money.
Why don't you pick up the phone and actually call your friends and family rather than send them a template email? You know, it might be taken more seriously if you were sincere about it. Holy shit, Kalari.
And hopefully I'm going to turn this into a premier business opportunity for myself. And I would love to bring everybody I know in on it. But I know that I'm friends with people like me. You had come to me with this maybe 5-6 years ago, I would have said no. I would have been skeptical. I would have thought it was a scam. But it's not a scam. And I hate spamming. So help me stop spamming. Quit ignoring my messages. Quit asking me on Twitter, am I a bot? And just talk to me. I'm not that hard to talk to. I'm being serious, folks. I'm coming to you not as Kalari.
Stop acting like a bot. Stop acting like a bot.
Right now, not as Nixie, not as my characters, but as Tanisa Walker. A mother, a writer, a podcaster, and a gamer. But now I have a new hat. You know, I'm not going to keep rambling on. But to make it serious, I really need your help. I am close to hitting my goal of being a qualified IMR. All I need is customer points. If you're currently having issues with your cell phone provider, even if you're not and you think you want to save a quick buck, look me up. You're looking to change your ISP. Everybody uses the internet. You're on Facebook all day, so I know you're on the internet. If you want to save money being on the internet, look me up. You need a digital home phone. Maybe you're tired of people blowing up your cell phone, but you don't want to pay AT&T an exorbitant amount of money. Look me up. That's all I'm asking is for you to give me this chance to help you save money and for me to earn income from my business. And if you're looking to take that chance, because sometimes you just want to say the heck with it and take a chance.
Nope. 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 I imagine this didn't work out very well for you, Kalari, right?
For a low startup fee, and trust me, as a single mom, I don't have the money anymore to be wasting on businesses. But for a low startup fee, I've gotten this started, and I'm not regretting it. Look it up. My website is www.5links.net, and that's the number 5, linx.net/path-to-profit. This is a serious, legitimate business. And I know there are a lot of skeptics out there because we get burned online. You've been pitched to by different companies that do direct marketing, and it's not easy, you know. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that you'll make money overnight.
Shaking her head back and forth in the no position. Okay.
But with determination and with help from family and friends, you can be successful. And I'm taking the chance to come at you people who are watching this as a real person. I need your help. I want my business to grow, and I can only do that with your help. So look me up. I work for 5 Links. I'm an IMR, and I'm hoping by the next video that I do that I have a new title under my belt, because you can move up within your own company as well.
We can lean forward. We don't have to contort
Oh, this one was sad.
ourselves.
This is sad, Kalari. This is really pathetic. That, first of all, your mom probably qualified for Medicare, and there would have been options. And you quite literally took out a GoFundMe for this bullshit. I can't with you.
Thank you, and give an update on the funding for this getting away from an MPD parent. I know that I have so many of y'all who have my back, who have had my back in the past, and this was not an easy thing for me to do. As you know, I struggle with mental illness. I'm raising a child who's autistic. I just want to do the best for everybody involved, and it's hard because when you're raised to believe that you take care of your elders, especially being the oldest child, you put up with a lot, and I've put up with a lot in this situation, and I just know that I need a change. I know.
Translation: I really don't like living with my mom because we don't get along. We both have mental health issues, And I need to get her out of town, you guys. So can you help me out with this? Because Medicare hasn't approved for her to be in convalescent care yet. But I'm trying to force this situation. Nice work. Wow.
That in order for me to be healthy, for her to be healthy, for my son to be healthy, that this is the right thing to do. And it wasn't an easy decision. I had to have my aunt come and mediate this because I knew the tactics that were going to be used. I'm bracing for the tactics that still might be used. And every little bit helps, even if it's just a share, because this has to stop. I need my life back. I need to focus on my mental health. I need to focus on raising my son. And
you need to stop being so goddamn selfish, right? You have an elderly mother who has some issues, and you need to take care of her too. And you're a single mom, yes, but you only have one child. So how can it be that complicated for you? By the way, for those of you who might not know, my third granddaughter was born last week. So I now have 3 granddaughters.
I know that this is best for her. She's going to go to a supportive unit. She's going to be around friends and family again. And this is going to help both of us. So I thank everybody who has helped. I thank those of you who are considering helping and sharing this. I thank those of you who can't even afford to help but are...
Use is not... You can't say you and make it plural, Kalari. You're an author, right? You understand that yous cannot be made plural like that. You cannot be made plural like that. You can say everyone. You can say all of you in watching this. Like, there are so many other ways to phrase that don't come across as ignorant.
Keeping me in your thoughts and prayers to see this through. I know that things are going to get better. I just got to work towards them. I have so much to look forward to, and every little bit helps, you know. I know that I am not the only person who's had to deal with a parent with narcissistic personality disorder. I have read your comments.
Wow, I bet she felt great about you putting that all up online.
I know that so many of you have gone through this, so you know my pain. You know how hard it is when you can't even express how you feel because you get turned into the bad guy. And just knowing that so many of you understand this has helped me through this situation. So I'd like to thank you, and thank you for all.
What an absolutely disgusting thing to do to a parent. Wow, Kalari, that's so gross. How many fucking GoFundMes do you need? Oh, wait, we haven't come up on your ass exploding yet, right?
Your help and your continued help as we get towards that goal. I want to just make sure that all the bases are covered, so thank you.
Wow.
If you have been following my chronicles on Twitter, you know that for several years I've been dealing with a rough home situation. Having a parent with severe NPD, narcissistic personality disorder, with threats of suicide, emotional manipulation, it's been hard. I have an out, but I need help covering expenses towards getting her moved out of my life, so that I can breathe again. Please give what you can. My health and sanity thanks you.
Wow.
No balance issues, none
Okay, so now we're up on the GoFundMe for her book and audio books.
of that stuff.
Hello, I am Tanisa, aka Kalari. This year has been a time of taking chances. I released my first science fiction work, Axiom. I had to independently release my work. And due to this, we are trying to fund publishing and audiobook costs. This work means so much to me, and all who help will receive a signed copy of our novel.
Like sitting on the couch having to literally contort yourself.
Oh, God. I can't.
Our grandfather Carl brought this land years ago as a way for animals to have a safe place. Cats, dogs, and horses called this land home along with him. Sadly, Carl is now ill with dementia. Alzheimer's is a disease that has affected many lives, and our family is now experiencing the pain of having a loved one suffering with it. Due to this, his home and animal sanctuary are now at risk. We wish to continue caring for Carl in his home and preserving his legacy by keeping his rescued animals where they've found a loving home. But we don't have the money. If we can pay what we need to pay the bank, we can continue to keep this land the way Grandpa Carl wants it. He can no longer understand what is going on around him.
So the property was apparently under foreclosure for $50,000. And that's why allegedly, that's why she put up this GoFundMe.
I know he would want to continue to have his land be used towards keeping animals safe. We appreciate any help given towards this goal. Update: Carl has passed on 2 weeks ago. While we were in the process of getting his final wishes together, I asked if it would be okay to keep trying to save the land. We understand times are tough, and there is so much going on in this world. It is our
Translation: so that we can live in the property, so that we can stay on this property rent-free, mortgage-free, etc., right?
hope that, even if we cannot keep this place, we will still be able to help animals in need in other ways. Thank you to everyone who has donated and shared this. The family appreciated you.
Like I said, I'm not acting like it's still 100% easy to do. But when I was 500 pounds, I couldn't do this. So Chantal, what else you got, honey? Because you tend to be acting like nobody can understand weight loss struggle. Because it's yours. You act like nobody can do something because you can't do it. And we can put our socks on while standing up. You say we all eat like you, which we don't, because I've heard of normal size portions. It's why I'm no longer 500 pounds. But bitch, if you wanna have a competition, just say so you'll lose. Cause I've already lost over 250 fucking pounds.
Right. Okay.
Independent writing and publishing my work. Want to get more physical books circulating? So many people have kindly offered to help if I re-up this fundraising. So I just want to see for myself if that is the case.
So Chantal, what else you got, honey?
Are you for real? I can't. How many fucking GoFundMes did you need to put together? God damn, girl. Oh my God.
My 46th birthday is around the corner, and we are about to finally move into our home. It's been an amazing journey, and I know things will be needed for our new place. So I am setting up a virtual housewarming for those who want to donate. Any amount will help us.
Because you tend to be acting like nobody can understand weight loss struggle.
God damn.
Hello, it's Tanisa aka Kalari, and I am hoping to launch this indie campaign to help raise funds to make our independent work Axiom more accessible. This includes funding towards audio projects and making sure this book, which is already written and published via draft to digital, is physically accessible to people. Writing this book meant the world to me, and as I work on other projects, it's getting harder to try to keep the focus on promoting this book. With the extra funding, I can focus on the new novel while making sure this novel gets the love it deserves. Please consider helping out. It is all appreciated. Thank you.
And if you guys remember when she got blasted onto the scene, thanks to Yo Mama cow tipping Chantel on this topic, the first thing she did was go into the larger channels and start advertising her book.
I know some of you don't trust or can't use sites like Indiegogo and want to help our campaign. You can also donate directly to us via PayPal.
You act like nobody can do something because you can't do it. And we can put our socks on while standing up.
I know people are going to speculate. It don't really matter, but I'd rather be.
This is honestly more pathetic than the health excuses that we're hearing from Chantel. She has incontinence. She has occasional blowouts. And maybe you had the flu. I don't know. But I highly doubt that you were hospitalized for 4 days for something like that. They would have taken the blood work. They would have done a CT scan if they were worried that something was wrong with you. They would have done x-rays potentially. And they would have taken a urinalysis. If they felt that you were dehydrated, they would have put you on a saline drip. 4 days in the hospital? Unbelievable, Kalari.
Up front. With the last year and a half, I had changed up a lot. Diet, exercise, tried to get my regimen down because I know I had gained a lot of weight back and I wanted to get back down. And I was doing all right. And then as a treat, about 3 weeks ago, some family of ours brought some food up from downstate, and it was one of my favorites, a burrito bowl. So I ate some of it the first night, no issues. Put it up in the refrigerator, and I was going to heat the rest of it up for lunch the next day. And that's what I did. And I ate it again, and I couldn't get through most of it, and I was like, it's fine. I tossed what I could out, but I felt off after it. And I was like, it'll be fine. It's probably just, gas or whatnot running through my system. It wasn't. I more than likely either didn't properly store the burrito bowl or whatnot, but I got seriously sick. 4 days of just misery. Could not hold anything down. I am not going to get into...
So she's talking about 4 days at home before she actually went to the hospital, right? This story is unbelievable, Kalari. Period. So, last night, I heard a review of Kalari's book. Apparently, her main character, who is an anti-hero, is an anti-vaxxer who is inserting people, and I guess the government is doing this too or something, with like nanobots. So she has written into her book anti-vaccine propaganda and a weird ass conspiracy theory that I've only heard once before from the same guy that she and her little buddies took content from to drag me. I asked him, hey, can I take you down to CVS and get you vaccinated? Because it was 2021 when he was staying with me. And he's like, no, because they're tracking us. They're putting nanobots in our blood, and they're tracking us through the sewer lines. And I'm like, what are you even talking about? What are you even talking about, Kalari? So for you larger channels that are like, oh my gosh, she's so great, I love her, I'm going to lift her up. Can you do a little deeper diving on this chick, please?
Graphic detail, but let's just say the bathroom was my best friend, and it was not a good time. And even though I kept trying to replace what I was losing with at least water and stuff, and some orange juice when I could hold it down, that was not enough.
Really? You were drinking orange juice when you were nauseated? For real? Okay.
And even though the bug finally passed through my system after 5 days of just misery, I held the feeling like I had a cold and stuff still. I thought I was in the clear, and I tried to get back to normal because I was like, well, I can hold down solids again. I started with soft foods and everything else, but I just could not get myself right, and fatigue was hitting me, and I thought, well, maybe.
You're like, oh my gosh, I had the flu for a couple of days. You know what I should do? I should totally go fund me on this. That would make the best sense. I could earn some money out of this, for real.
Menstruation is coming. Maybe that's what's doing it. It wasn't that. What had happened was during the time I was...
God damn, girl. I've been seriously disabled for 2.5 years. Not once have I set up a GoFundMe. Not once. I can't even with you.
Sick. Instead of replacing my electrolytes with things like Gatorade, which I've been taking Tums as well, which I don't normally need Tums because I don't get heartburn, but apparently my calcium levels and my magnesium levels were severely low. Now, I've talked, any of you who watch my Body Chronicles or even know me know that I am a proponent of keeping my red blood cells up because I deal with anemia issues, and I thought that was what was going on. About 4 days ago, almost a week ago now, yeah, basically a week ago, I was listening to a morning channel and enjoying myself, but I was inflamed. That whole entire night before, I was tossing and turning as it was, and I was so afraid I was going to wake my partner up, but I was in pain. I woke up that morning and my body was just on fire. So even though I was trying to type and act like everything was normal, I was hurting. And then finally, it just started to really feel weird. Like I could barely talk. I couldn't keep my eyes open. It was a really rough situation, and we had to call 911. Emergency services came out, got me, and we live out in the boonies, y'all. So Acting Wolf was already panicking because he didn't know if we were going to even be able to get anybody out here quick enough, and it was starting to look scary, and I was starting to feel scared. It felt like my whole entire system was shutting down, and I've never felt anything like that before in my entire life. And they got me in, they got me down, not even that far downstate because there's an ER pretty close in the next town, and they were like, your calcium and magnesium levels are critically low. We have never seen levels that low. So I was lucid enough to finally explain to them, I had a stomach bug. I tried to replenish with water. I didn't realize that it could get that low, but it was rough. And they hospitalized me for 4 days. I didn't get out till New Year's Eve, and it was a rough time.
Wow. I bet it was a rough time. You missed the whole Kybella debacle. You missed Chantel's visit to the ER for similarly feeling like she needed to pass out and getting dizzy and stuff, right? And I'm sure you missed my ER visit in which my potassium level dropped to such a low level that I had to be hospitalized for 1 day on a potassium drip. You don't even say that they gave you a drip for these lacking nutrients. Like, you don't describe anything that they did for you or what your blood work looks like.
And my partner missed 3 days of work just being there because you don't let the person you love languish by themselves. It was just really touch and go, and I am really grateful for all the well wishes, all the stuff. And as you can see here, I set up, and I don't expect anything. I just wanted to put it out there officially that I set this up just in case, because no matter what.
You know what, girl? If you need more money, why don't you get a second mortgage on your house and stop begging for it? Stop being an e-beggar. God damn, girl.
We'll budget. We will be all right. But any extra help is always appreciated. And I have a really rough time asking for help. I always feel like I'm burdening people, and I feel like...
Really? Because it seems like you've set up a whole hell of a lot of GoFundMes. Seems like you have no problem asking for help, Kalari.
like skeezy doing so, but I'd rather do it now than to really get into a point where it's like, I don't know what else to do. You know, we have been so lucky being able to...
God damn, she's the grifter of GORLworld, you guys. This is sad. I feel really bad for all the times that I was elevating her and recommending people follow her channel. I feel like the wool was really over my eyes. This is some bullshit.
Move and get our house and everything else, and I just don't want to be the person that messes that up because like an idiot didn't raise my electrolytes during the sickness. And just the look of fear on both kiddo and my partner's face, thinking that they were going to lose me and thinking I was going to die that day, has just been rough. And like I said, I don't come to people easily. I'm a very stubborn. I'd rather do things myself. I'd rather just get things myself.
Well, we all know that's bullshit. Otherwise, you wouldn't be setting up all these GoFundMes. So you can take that off the table right now.
Type of person. So for me to break down and do this isn't easy, but you know, it is what it is. Sometimes you have to put yourself out there. But I just wanted to let you all know that I will be back as soon as I can. I just really need to focus on getting better, feeling 100% better, getting the clearance from the doctor, getting something to make sure that my levels never get this low again. Because right now, I'm keeping my electrolytes up with the recommendation from the ER. But now that I have a primary care physician...
This was January of this year, you guys. It happened over Christmas holiday, and she posted this in January, right? And then somehow she got noticed by Yo Mama and lifted up by Chantel, and her channel blossomed. That's amazing. And all the while she's been talking about how she's been working with doctors to make sure she's healthy enough to have a child at age 47, potentially 48, which is very late in life to try and have another child. And it's kind of sounding like she just started having a primary care physician at the beginning of the year. For real? So no wonder she freaked out on my commentary on that panel. Because 1, she's an e-beggar just like Denise. 2, she is not getting the health care that she needs, allegedly, to actually have a child at her age. And 3, she's a conspiracy theorist. What a weirdo. Oh my God.
Hopefully we can get a better regimen on, because I need to get back to my exercise, and I want to get my fit bangs back going and everything else. And I had to run in last night to the town over for another calcium infusion, so I need to take it easy. I hate it because I really want to get back to the full fit bongs, but I was advised last night by the ER doctor to just take it easy, get my labs on Wednesday, follow up with the primary care physician, depending on what the labs say, and get the clearance to push the exercise. And I think if I had just did the bike riding without the arm rates, I wouldn't have overdid it. I also did my chores and stuff because I can't let my house fall apart.
You have no resistance on that bike, and the weights that you're lifting are only 2 pounds. Give me a break.
And this isn't to make excuses. It's just frustrating that I really want to get back to my daily routine, and my body's just not where it needs to be yet. And then I've watched this heifer And I'm gonna let you know, Chantel. I know you watch my videos. You're annoying. I'm home. I am about to take a nap, y'all. Don't worry, because I have been up since 4:30 this morning. I had to do some extra labs and make sure that my levels were high enough to safely send me home. We beat the snowstorm. We get in another one. We all...
Well, I'm sorry. You woke up at 4:30 where? In the hospital? At home? To get you safely home? I'm very confused by the storyline of what you're trying to tell us.
Already got over a foot outside as it is. I took some pictures and I put them up in my YouTube community tab. I was trying to get it to work, and I'm old lady tired at this point. I can't figure this mess out, so I'm just gonna try to explain my ordeal before I conk out for a bit. Point blank, I've been wrestling with hypocalcemia for the last few weeks. And I probably had it for a while, but didn't realize it because I always attributed the fatigue and stuff I got, especially around my period, to low iron because I also have anemia problems from time to time. But I changed my diet.
But you also have a health plan, right? So why are you asking your community to pay your bills?
Started exercising, and the anemia problems just stopped being a problem. In fact, when they checked me, I was at 11, and normally I am under double digits. So,
how much of a GoFundMe are you going to ask for if you actually do conceive? You're going to be like, oh, I'm an elderly woman who finally got pregnant. I need $50,000. Are you just going to keep doing this over and over again? Oh my God.
When I found out what hypocalcemia was, it made so much more sense. The numbness, the weird pains, the tingling in my face from time to time, the full-out meltdown that my body had from the food poisoning, because that legitimately did a domino effect. Mm-hmm. And because my calcium levels went low again, which they still couldn't figure out at first, hence the second visit to the hospital where I stayed for 6 days, and then they were like, oh, you need vitamin D.
Oh, wow. Okay, so now you've got a 10-day stay in the hospital. Are you for real? They don't even allow people who have C-sections to stay for more than 3 days, Kalari. Are you for real?
So they started me on a lower dose of vitamin D and got my levels to a 6, but it wasn't enough. 6 is not high enough. We had to get it higher. So this last visit was from Wednesday till today.
Wow.
They upped my medications. I now have to take the vitamin D tablets 3 times a week. They're a higher dose. I have to take a bunch of calcium stuff. I got a bunch of...
petty, because I didn't think it was...
But what about the butt? That used to be a sound clip that they ran on Kevin and Bean. Anytime they were talking about somebody like Beyonce. But what about the butt? Girl, I can't believe that you came up with this wild ass story to explain away your explosive diarrhea. This is crazy.
Flex, and I said I didn't think it was a flex. I was just bringing up the fact that some of us can do this. We can lean forward, we don't have to contort ourselves. No balance issues, none of that stuff like sitting on the couch having to literally contort yourself. And like I said, I'm not acting like it's still 100% easy to do, but when I was 500 pounds, I couldn't do this. So Chantal, what else you got, honey? Because you tend to be acting like nobody can understand weight loss struggle, because it's yours. You act like nobody can do something because you can't do it, and we can put our socks on while standing up. You say we all eat like you.
Well, Olap, I hope that you're okay with me covering your content. Um, I can't even. Yeah, I mean, I started getting the red flags a while ago when she started talking about what she was doing to volunteer for the Democratic Party because I'm a political organizer. And despite the fact that I'm not organizing in the last couple of years because I was severely injured, I still attend meetings. I still have contacts. And I have no mutuals with her. Not a one. She's not doing what she says she does. She's a liar. She's a lie. All right, well, this has all been very interesting, and it makes me wonder if she's going to be a new lolcow subject. Maybe not for me, but it's coming up. It's going to be coming up for other channels. It already is. Other channels are covering all of her bullshit, and I sincerely hope that some of the larger channels I watch back off from this bullshit because she's clearly the GORLworld grifter. There you go.